We've all seen it, the news reports of natural disasters, freak accidents, and unexpected emergencies. It's a stark reminder that life can throw us a curveball when we least expect it. This video is your ultimate guide to mastering the 10 essential survival skills that everyone should have in their arsenal. So let's ditch the fear, embrace the challenge, and get prepared for anything.
Out in the wild, water is your lifeline. It's the most crucial element for survival, even more so than food. Look for the telltale signs. Lush vegetation often indicates a water source nearby. Follow animal tracks, especially those leading downhill. Once you've found a potential source, it's crucial to purify any water found in the wild to avoid nasty waterborne illnesses. Boiling is the gold standard. A good rolling boil for at least 1 minute kills most harmful bacteria and viruses. Carry a portable water filter or purification tablets in your survival kit. Collecting rainwater is another effective method. Use a tarp or even large leaves to create a collection surface. In a real pinch, you can even extract water from plants. Look for dew-covered leaves in the morning. Master these techniques, and you'll significantly increase your chances of staying alive and healthy.
Out in the elements, a shelter is more than just a roof over your head, it's your lifeline. Look for sturdy branches for the main structure, leaves and foliage for insulation and waterproofing. The classic lean-to is a great starting point. Find a large rock or fallen tree trunk and lean branches against it. A debris hut offers even more protection. Create a dome-shaped frame using branches and cover it with a thick layer of leaves. In snowy conditions, a snow cave can be surprisingly warm. Find a deep drift of packed snow and carefully excavate a space. In an urban survival scenario, use tarps, plastic sheeting, or even cardboard to create makeshift shelters. Remember, a well-built shelter doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to be functional. Prioritize insulation, ventilation, and protection from the elements.
Fire, it's more than just warmth, it's a beacon of hope, a morale booster, and a survival essential. Forget the convenience of lighters and matches. Embrace primitive techniques that have kept humans alive for centuries. The fire steel is your new best friend. Practice striking sparks onto a tinder nest of dry grass, leaves, or charred cloth. Friction-based methods like the bow drill require patience and perseverance. On a clear day, a magnifying glass or even a water-filled plastic bottle can concentrate sunlight enough to ignite tinder. Gathering and preparing the right tinder and kindling is just as important as the fire-starting technique itself. Look for dry, fine materials like birch bark, dry grass, or bird nests. Gradually build up to thicker wood as the fire grows. Master these techniques and you'll have conquered one of the most fundamental elements of survival.
Chapter 4. Navigating without a GPS. We've become reliant on technology, but what happens when your GPS dies? A compass and map are your new best friends. Learn how to orient yourself, take bearings, and follow a route. The sun is your celestial compass. It rises in the east, sets in the west, and knowing its position can give you a general sense of direction. At night, the stars become your guide. Learn how to identify Polaris, the North Star, and use it to find your bearings. In the northern hemisphere, moss often grows more densely on the north side of trees. Pay attention to your surroundings. Distinctive landmarks, the flow of rivers, or even the prevailing wind direction can provide valuable clues. Navigating without technology isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about connecting with the natural world. Trust your instincts and find your way when it seems like all hope is lost.
Chapter 5. Basic First Aid. In a survival situation, injuries are often par for the course. A well-stocked first aid kit is your best friend. Familiarize yourself with its contents: antiseptic wipes, bandages, gauze, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, and any personal medications. Knowing how to control bleeding is paramount. Apply direct pressure to the wound, use a clean cloth, and elevate the injured area if possible. Cool burns with cool, not cold water, and cover with a sterile dressing. Don't apply ice directly to burns. Sprains and fractures require immobilization. Learn how to fashion a splint using branches, sticks, or even rolled-up clothing. Recognizing the signs of shock, pale skin, rapid pulse, confusion is vital. Keep the person warm. Lie them down with their feet elevated. Knowing how to treat cuts, blisters, and bites can prevent infections. Keep wounds clean and covered. Basic first aid is about having the knowledge and skills to provide immediate care, prevent further harm, and increase your chances of a safe and healthy outcome.
Chapter 6. Finding and foraging food. While finding water and shelter takes precedence, foraging for food becomes essential for long-term survival. Learning to identify edible plants can be a game changer. Familiarize yourself with the local flora and fauna. Look for common edible plants like dandelions, clover, cattails, and berries. If you're unsure about a plant's edibility, don't risk it. Trapping small animals can provide a valuable source of protein. Learn how to construct simple traps using natural materials. Fishing can be another effective way to supplement your diet. Improvise fishing rods using branches, string, and a makeshift hook. Insects, while not the most appetizing, are a surprisingly good source of protein. Look for crickets, grasshoppers, and ants. Foraging for food requires patience, observation, and respect for the environment. Take only what you need and avoid over-harvesting. Remember, the human body is incredibly resilient and can survive for weeks without food. But your energy levels and mental clarity will plummet without sustenance.
In a survival situation, especially if you're injured or lost, your top priority should be to get rescued as quickly as possible. Fire and smoke are your SOS beacons. A bright fire with thick smoke during the day and a triangular pattern of 3 fires at night are universally recognized distress signals. Gather plenty of dry wood and green branches to create a substantial plume of smoke that can be seen for miles. Ground-to-air signals are crucial if search and rescue teams are in the area. Use rocks, logs, or brightly colored clothing to create large, contrasting symbols on the ground. A whistle can be heard from a much greater distance than your voice alone. Carry a high-pitched whistle in your survival kit. Even a simple mirror can become a powerful signaling tool. Use it to reflect sunlight towards potential rescuers. The flash can be seen for miles, especially in sunny conditions. Make your signals large, contrasting, and repeat them at regular intervals to increase your chances of being seen and rescued.
Survival is as much a mental game as it is a physical one. When the going gets tough, it's your mindset that will see you through. Panic is your worst enemy in a survival situation. It leads to poor decision-making, depletes energy, and diminishes hope. When faced with a crisis, take a deep breath, assess the situation, and focus on what you can control. Embrace a problem-solving mindset. Look at the resources available to you, no matter how limited they may seem, and think outside the box. Staying positive is a survival superpower. Focus on small victories, maintain a sense of humor, and find reasons to be grateful. A positive outlook can do wonders for your morale and resilience. Mental toughness is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. Practice mindfulness techniques and challenge yourself regularly. In the crucible of a survival situation, it's your mental fortitude, resourcefulness, and unwavering belief in yourself that will ultimately determine your fate.
In a perfect world, we wouldn't need to worry about self-defense, but knowing how to protect yourself can be crucial. It's about awareness, confidence, and basic skills to deter a threat or escape. Be alert to your surroundings, trust your instincts, and avoid danger. Project confidence, make eye contact, and use a firm voice. Learn basic strikes to vulnerable areas to escape. Improvised weapons can be lifesavers. Use your environment to your advantage. Survival isn't just about reacting to situations, it's about being proactive and prepared. Have a well-stocked emergency kit at home, in your car, and at work. Include essentials like water, food, and a first aid kit. Tools like a multi-tool, knife, and duct tape are valuable. Regularly check expiration dates and replace used items.
We've covered a lot of ground, but remember, learning these skills is an ongoing journey, not a destination. By learning and practicing these essential skills, you can increase your chances of surviving and thriving, no matter what life throws your way. Remember, it's not about living in fear, but about embracing the challenge and knowing that you have the tools and the mindset to overcome adversity. So get out there, practice these skills, and equip yourself with the knowledge and confidence to face the unknown head-on.